Soulwidth podcast, episode script generated 2026-04-20. Estimated duration 6-8 minutes, upload to 11 labs as is, no formatting symbols, plain spoken text only. Now, welcome back to the Soulwidth podcast. I'm your host, and today we're talking about something that's genuinely keeping a lot of business owners up at night. How to stay visible in search when AI is increasingly the one doing the answering. You've probably noticed it yourself. You Google something, and before you even see the usual list of websites, there's this neat little AI-generated summary right at the top. Maybe you read it, maybe you don't scroll any further, and if you're a business owner, you've probably had that quiet moment of panic where you think, if my customers are doing this too, where does that leave me? I want to unpack that today, because the honest answer is yes. Search has fundamentally changed, but the less scary answer is that there's a clear, learnable way to adapt, and small Australian businesses are actually well positioned to win here if they know what to focus on. Let's start with what's actually happening. Recent data shows that AI overviews now appear for around 30% of desktop searches. And when they do, the click-through rate for the number one organic result drops by more than half. So even if your rankings look fine, your actual traffic might be quietly leaking. But here's the twist that nobody talks about enough. 58% of marketers are reporting that visitors who come through AI tools actually convert at higher rates than traditional organic traffic. Let that sink in. The AI referred customer is often more valuable, not less. Because by the time they click, the AI has essentially pre-qualified them. It's done the research, it's made a recommendation, and the person arriving on your site is already halfway sold. So the question isn't really, how do I fight AI search? It's, how do I get AI to quote me? And this is where two acronyms come in that you're going to hear more and more. AEO and GEO. People use them interchangeably, but they're slightly different things. AEO stands for Answer Engine Optimization. That's about winning structured answer boxes, featured snippets, voice search results, the people also ask sections. It rewards clear, direct, specific writing. GEO is Generative Engine Optimization. That's the newer one. It's about getting your brand cited inside the responses generated by tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and Gemini. The easy way to remember it: AEO gets you the answer box. GEO gets you the citation. You want both. Stick around, because later I'm going to share the one thing we tell every Soulwidth client to stop doing immediately if they want any chance of being cited by AI. It's a habit most businesses don't even realize is hurting them. But first, let's talk practical moves. What actually works? The first one is deceptively simple. Write like a human who knows things. Large language models are trained to recognize authoritative, specific, opinionated writing. Generic content gets ignored. If you run a cafe in Geelong, don't tell me coffee preferences vary. Tell me your single origin Ethiopian beans are roasted 11 days before brewing. And that's why your flat white tastes different from the chain down the road. Specificity is citation fuel. Second, answer questions directly in the first 40 words of a section. When an AI is scanning your page, it's looking for a quotable, crisp response near the top. Structure your subheadings as actual questions, then answer them plainly. Simple, but shockingly, few businesses do it. Third, build topical depth. One blog post on digital marketing won't get you anywhere, but 12 interconnected posts on SEO, local search, content, ads, and AI visibility all linked together. That signals genuine expertise. You're building a library, not writing pamphlets. Fourth, and this is the one most people miss, get mentioned in places AI already trusts. LLMs don't only read your website, They read Reddit, LinkedIn, industry publications, podcast transcripts, news articles. For Australian SMBs, that means getting quoted in Smart Company or Inside Small Business, posting genuinely useful stuff on LinkedIn, which is increasingly a citation source. Being mentioned on podcasts, even small ones. We call this citation gravity. The accumulated weight of mentions that tells an AI this brand matters in this space. Fifth, don't neglect the boring technical foundations. Schema markup, clean headings, fast pages, FAQ and product schema. Google's recent push on product feeds extending into AI search, YouTube and free listings tells you where this is going. If you sell products, your feed is now a visibility asset, not just an ads file. And sixth, publish with a point of view. The fastest way to get ignored is to sound like every other business in your category. Have an opinion, back it with evidence. For us at Soulwidth, that means we'll happily argue that most businesses are using AI lazily and that brand storytelling matters more in the AI era, not less. You might agree, you might not, but that's a position. Positions get quoted, platitudes don't. Now, here's the thing I promised to come back to. The one habit to stop immediately. It's publishing thin AI-generated filler content. I know it's tempting. A tool can spin up 1,000 words in 30 seconds, but human written content is still pulling in more than 5 times the traffic of pure AI content. And search engines, plus the AI tools themselves, are getting very, very good at spotting the difference. If your entire content strategy is let ChatGPT write it and hit publish, you're not just failing to grow. You're actively training the algorithms to distrust your domain. Please don't do it. Okay, last thing, how do you know any of this is working? Because traditional dashboards weren't built for AI search. A few things to actually track. Branded search growth. If more people are Googling your business name, that's a leading indicator. Referral traffic from AI tools. Check your analytics for chatgpt.com, perplexity.ai, gemini.google.com. And the one most people skip? Just ask the AIs yourself. Every month, type in the questions your customers would ask and see if you get mentioned. It's manual, it's slightly tedious, but it's the single most honest signal you'll get. And zooming out, here's the bigger picture I want you to take from this episode. All the schema markup and keyword research and AEO tactics in the world won't save you if your brand is forgettable. AI search favors businesses with clear identity, genuine expertise, and consistent presence across the web. That's not a technical problem, that's a brand problem. The businesses winning right now, they invested in real storytelling, real points of view, and real community long before anyone said the letters AEO or GEO. The tactics amplify brand strength. They don't replace it. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by all of this, just start here. Who are you? What do you genuinely believe about your industry? And are you saying it clearly and consistently enough that a machine could summarize your position in one sentence? If yes, you're already ahead. If not, that's the work. Thanks for listening to the Soulwidth podcast. If this episode helped you, share it with a business owner who needs to hear it. And I'll see you in the next one.